I've crashed 4 times on the racetrack, but it's a whole different thing to crash a real light race bike on a track where there's not much to hit and to get in an accident on the street. And a street accident's entirely different, and that bad boy's a heavy motorcycle compared to one of these racers. Coming down this hill, I'm about a quarter mile from the traffic light. And you can see as I get into this lane, you'll see the change in color. And that's about a 1.5 to 2 inch step in that change in color in pavement. And it's pretty abrupt. And there's a car coming the other direction that swerved into my lane. And it made me go back up over that step. And when I did, it caught the rim of my bike and just laid me flat and sent me sliding about 60, 70 feet. And this is about the point where the bike came to rest.
They've got this big ridge in the road here. I'm going to show you how big this ridge is. It's 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and I hit it.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for asking.
You didn't lay it down, did you?
You can see right here where I hit. You can see my tire mark come up over the edge and just fucking split all the way down here.
And uneven lanes means uneven pavement between two adjacent lanes of traffic. It doesn't really mean a ridge going diagonally across your lane. So I wasn't expecting this when I came through, and I navigated it pretty well, but a car had swerved into my lane. There was really nothing I could do except try and go back up over it to avoid getting hit head on.
All that work, man. Here's my pants legs. Shredded me up pretty good. There's my scars. Let's take a look at the bad boy. This is the first time I've looked at it in a couple days since I wrecked it. I just didn't have the heart to take a look at it, but headlight trim rings wiped out. The shell's good. It's got a little bit of scarring on it. Gives it a little personality, and I kind of like them black. I'll probably powder coated black. Now, hand controls busted off. Yeah, I went down, I took a pretty hard slam. You know, you don't dent a tank like that. You see how hard that's knocked in. The emblem's wiped out. This is the kind of the real shame, is that the sheet metal was so nice and so rare. And you know, I can fix this tank, and I may try and do that and repaint it, because it is the original tank. The bike still got the original decals on it. I look for some videos on this tank. I'm gonna try and fix this sucker and look for some videos on it. I'm gonna have a couple different ways I can fix it, and I'm gonna see what I can do with it. So I'm good with this metal stuff. Let's see if I can't fix this one. But you can see, I mean, how hard that's creased there. And this thing, I mean, slammed, you know, and that tank took almost all of it. Foot control, pegs wiped out. They're salvageable. Primary cover, the derby cover's flat. I don't know if you can see it, it's just flattened out, it wore down. I mean, this thing really slid pretty hard. Primary is damaged on the bottom, I gotta replace that. My passenger pegs from Death Metal Racing took a pretty hard hit. Toolbox is going in the garbage. The swing arm in the front end, I think, I did pretty well. The back of the swing arm dragged on the ground. Just the axle cover, I can polish that out. And this fender's worn wafer thin on this corner You know, I'm gonna try and salvage the fender and fix it, because again, it's really rare original paint, and Milkbone can fix this. But I think the frame is straight, the wheels seem straight, the front end seems straight. And the thing went down on its right side and flipped right over onto the left side real quick. So you can see I damaged the end of my West Coast Choppers pipe. I'm a metal guy, so I can fix those. And just a little bit of scarring on the peg, but not too bad over here. The right side tank is beautiful. You know, handlebars spun back. But I'm really lucky, the bike is lucky. You can see right here where my rim caught the lip of that road. And that's what did me in. And then the rim's black, so it almost looks like it's shining, but that's actually bare aluminum where the rim caught that lip of the road. Just too extreme for anybody. I need a new 415 coat, my favorite riding coat, especially when it's not really cold out, but you need to break the wind. But you can see where I slid on that going down my belly. I mean, it literally Superman slid right down the highway and scuffed it up pretty good and tore the buttons out of it. So it's time for a new one. You can see where my wrists were sliding on the road. This side over here really kind of shows that. I wore all the way through the leather on this thing, but this skin really protected me. I'd be really skinned up and rashed up. Here's my riding gloves I was riding. You can see it ripped the gloves open and tore the battery right out of it. You can see this carbon fiber skid pad right here wore down real hard, but that thing really did its job and helped save me. Same with this one on the other side. This glove started to tear open, but tore all the way through. But those skid pads did their job. Here's my pants, and it tore the knees right out of them. My knees are all skinned up real good. But the pants took most of it. If I had leather riding pants on, I probably wouldn't be rashed up at all, but I was wearing Cam's work pants just heading home from work. So there's the damage. Could have been a lot worse. I'm lucky. I'm sore. I'm stiff all over. I'm black and blue and raspberried up, but I'm alive, and I walked away from another one